LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge, and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Syracuse's offense takes the field. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Syracuse right back at it. Looking to throw, it's Byrne. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. They'll stop him short of the line to gain. Stopped him just short of the 20 at the 19. It'll be fourth down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to the big tight end. He's open on the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. First down for this offense. They'll go back to the ground. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown LSU! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. A strike downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Syracuse right back at it.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Makes the catch. It's Roy. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Syracuse has it in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Works the middle of the field. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Looking to throw, it's Burns. Snagged in the middle, it's Roy. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. He'll keep it himself. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, we're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Back to pass. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. It's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back off.
Trying play action. He's going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for growth on second down, but third down's coming up.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the throw.
Keeps it and gets past the chains. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. To the air, it's Dalton. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
Well, how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year taking care of the football. in plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Syracuse right back at it.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Orange. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Dropping back, it's Dalton. Rushes on him. It's complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. That last completion sets him up on second down. From the gun, they'll try to miss him. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease he gets to the 39? The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it down and run. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Looking to throw for it. Quick strike complete. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. LSU lining up 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that, you defend everything, I'll take it myself, in for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Looking to pass, it's Byrne. Oh, they're after him. Finds his man, It's Travis. Just ran him over. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Syracuse right back at him. On third down, he drops the throw. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job on the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Wants to throw on first down. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Got his man on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run the option. Quick toss. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do I do? How about I throw a jump ball to...
They got him! Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board. Looking for a man. It's Byrne. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They try to pop a run on the draw.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way. Their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. The This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to throw. It's Dalton. Might be looking to run. Finds a tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give out of the gun. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
Here's the pressure. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Big guy smells it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. The Tigers once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, and he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in two-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, Bill. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Byrne. He's got the back in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're at their fastest tempo trying this third down play. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Shotgun snap on third down. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. The Orange will have to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. This late in the half, here's the question, how aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Tigers! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. You've probably heard this before. LSU is steamrolling people on the ground right now. This guy could be pushing what Leonard Fournette tried to do in getting close to 2,000 yards in a season. And when you... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. They'll go to the ground. Got room at the 35. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The orange, after the explosive play, might go right back to the ground. Scanning the field, it's Byrne. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He lets one fly deep. Makes a grab on the shot. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. Kept it, and he's past the marker. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down. Another set of downs. They need to figure out.
Touchdown. Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Byrne. Catch in the middle. It's Sands. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Roy. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to keep it in the air. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out.
Oh, and he got a hand on it. It's blocked. And they scoop it up.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the day, man. You've been getting beat all over the place. You're trying to make the score a little bit closer, maybe fight back in, maybe get competitive. Even your field goal unit isn't performing well. It's just not your...
Oh, he's got some space. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The run from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll run it from the gun. Makes it past the marker. LSU will get a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Goes to the option. The pitch. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Quarterback extends the play. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. He leaves it with his back. Fights off the defender. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. To the air. It's Byrne. Setting up the screen. Turning it on.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Pressure coming. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one.
It's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Holds it in on the left. Running free. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Syracuse. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
On the move from inside is 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to the run. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll immediately call timeout. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly complete. At midfield, he's got room. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's in open space downfield. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold on.
What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. In the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Complete in the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Find space on the right. Touchdown, Cuse. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. They're trailing by 10 to TCU. Much more on this top 5 matchup should anything change. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got a chance. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.